some noise. You can do better than that. Are you ready for some jazz? Well, make some noise for Tracy Eileen.
Hi, I'm Tracy Eileen. I am a jazz soul singer from Chicago, living in Paris.
But not like we love our freedom.
My fourth album did extremely well globally, and it was actually voted top 10 by Jazz in Europe. You Hit the Spot did so well, where I got great reviews, critical reviews around the world, but really did well in Europe. Kind of made me think, oh man, I need to really look at building my European audience. And then I went to a conference in Germany. It's the largest jazz conference in the world. It's called Jazz Ahead, and I saw how much Europe loved jazz and soul music. Paris in particular has a history of African American musicians and artists and authors, you know, coming to Paris and being very successful and celebrated. So, you know, those were kind of the things I considered in coming to Europe. And then when I first got here, coming from Chicago, I was like, go, 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 go. I gotta get this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this. And the frequency on which Paris operates is much more laid back. They don't live to work, they work to live, you know, so they're more chilled, you know, and I had to bring myself down to a much more relaxed level, right? And you see people enjoying themselves more. So like a Tuesday, you can go to any jazz club in the city and it's gonna be crowded, you know, and it's not tourist season. It's just that people get out. They get out, they enjoy music. They're in the parks, they're in the cafes, they're in the restaurants. You know, they're not working like till 7 to 8 trying to in a rat race. No, they're trying to enjoy their lives.
Because it's Paris, I don't care.
We don't care, it's Paris, it's raining, so what?
That's right, so what? So what?
I make it anywhere.
You hit the spot like a balmy breeze on a night in May. You hit the spot like a cool mid-julep on a summery day. You hit a new high in my estimation. I had to fall, 'cause you've got so much on the ball, baby. You hit the spot like the first embrace when the night is tied. You hit the spot like a pipe and slippers by the fireside.
Two Americans in Paris. Yes.
But ooh, you hit the spot.
There are just more venues, many more venues for jazz than in Chicago. There are simply more clubs. There's more of a variety of clubs. As far as performances, they have open mics here. So I did do that a bit when I first came, which was really cool. one of my favorites is a place called Le Maison, and it's all improvisation. My first night in Paris, I came in October to kind of check things out, find an apartment and that kind of thing. I had never been to Paris before, and so when I checked into the Airbnb, I went to a restaurant. It was so pretty. Just kind of the area, because you know everywhere in Paris is beautiful. I don't care where you are. And I've been learning French. I had only had a couple months of French when I went, and everyone's talking French in the restaurant, and I was just feeling kind of a little isolated. And then I got back to my Airbnb and I felt like, oh God, what am I doing? Oh my God, you know, moving here to this foreign country by myself. I don't speak the language. I don't know anybody. Oh my God. I got just kind of really nervous. And then the next day, one of my former pastors from a church, he was here on an assignment, and then he took me to dinner and then also made some other connections for me. And from then on, everything was really, really great. And I had as my task to go to the 5 top jazz clubs and visit them. And I did. In every place I went, I met people.
Here, at the Sunset Jazz Club. Yes. Miss Jessie. Yes. Rachel.
Bonjour mon amour, il se peut que parfois tu en aies assez, qu'il soit nuit toujours. Dépose-moi devant la porte d'entrée, je suis à la salle.
I'm doing a video podcast of my journey here in Paris.
Okay, so hello.
And who are you?
My name is Susan, and we're at New Morning Paris, and I just met Tracy, and yeah, I hope she has a good time here.
I am.
Hello, I'm Rosie. We're in New Morning, Paris, and we're gonna have a really good night. Okay. Well, that's the promise anyway.
Yes. All right. Well, so enchanté.
Okay, enchanté.
Enchanté.
something, you'll have at least done it.
Yeah. There we go. And this is this lovely family from the UK.
Hi there.
They let me sit with them. I'm so happy, so I get to see the stage.
Mr. Backlash, just who do you think I am? You raise my taxes, freeze my wages, then kill kids in the Holy Land. You give me second-class houses, you give me second-class schools. Do you think all young folk are just second-class fools? Mr. Backlash, I'm gonna give you a backlash.
I was only here for about maybe 2.5 weeks in October, then I fully moved here in January. All right, in the car, headed to my new home, in the car with my mom. Say hi. She's gonna spend the first 2 weeks with me. It's gonna be a lot of fun as I get settled in before I really start, getting it in. All right, so first morning in Paris, so I'm headed to the bank. My attorney set up a meeting with the banker for me because it's really difficult to set up a bank account in France and Paris, as I'm finding. You need your bank account to set up your utilities, pay your rent, all kind of stuff like that. So. This is my neighborhood. There's Eiffel Tower right there. My journey might be a little bit different, I think, than other singers or entertainers. I never was a person that wanted to have regrets, I never wanted to say I could look back and say if I woulda, shoulda, coulda. And you'll never know unless you try. And when I decided to pursue the dream I always had, I wanted to be an internationally known jazz singer and see the world through my music. I'm actually kind of doing that. I'm doing it now. And it was like a journey that was over, 12-year journey. I mean, I thought it would come a little bit quicker, but I think life is in the journey. It's in the moments. It's not living in the future. It's in the day to day. It's in every decision you make and experiencing that and expecting things to be good. And then trusting yourself. If you feel like this is a thing to do and there's nothing stopping you from doing it. And a lot of times we feel like, okay, at 20 I'm supposed to do this, at 30 I'm supposed to be here. And that was me too. I mean, I was 30 and I was like, oh, I should be married, and all my friends are married. I'm 30, I need to be married. So I did what I thought I should be doing, which is be married and try to have a family and this, that, and the other. That didn't work out for me. And so let me now do what I want and see how that goes. I learned over the years that your gift will make room for you. In the faith, I can't emphasize the faith. And I think every person that's successful in artistry gotta have some kind of spiritual walk, because it's just too freaking scary otherwise. My desire to pursue my passion was greater than the fear associated with the changes I would have to make in my life to do it, i.e. moving to another country or reaching for what it would take to get there. But being in this space and energetically, just being on this journey, period, it's really been a faith walk. Certainly moving here was just trusting God, and it's so continuing to be here every day and not really knowing how things are going to unfold, but just knowing that they will and knowing that everything will work okay has really made a difference in my perspective in terms of how I look at life. When you let go of the need to know how something is going to happen and you just know that it will, then those doors will open and you'll see. You may just see from here to here. And you'll get there. Then you'll see from there to there. You may not see the whole thing in front of you, but you'll see enough for you to keep moving forward. Okay, I am here in Paris. And Mama Ava came to see me. Yes, girl. And Janae. Hi. And hello.
Hello to all of you who will watch this and hear this. I would dare not come as close to Paris. I was just in Switzerland. And I was at a meeting for the week at the United Nations on the Forum of People of African Descent. And I would not get that close to Paris and not come and witness and touch and feel and celebrate the courage, the faith, the faithfulness, the love, the vision that our dear daughter, Sister Tracy, has shown in her audacity to reach for her dream. And I just wanted to share with her that I saw this as a journey in which she is giving us footprints for what it means to accept your call to use your voice for the divinity within. That she is really using her voice in this journey as a manifestation of accepting God's gifts that God has given her to be a voice of transformation for the world for such a time as this. And Lord, we know how music cuts across boundaries and how music is a way to bind our humanity. And so the way in which Tracy has always demonstrated both attention and a giftedness and an acceptance of how she mixes her faith tradition with her love for music and the expression of it in terms of jazz in a unique way is something to behold. And so I just want to say I am just feeling blessed to be a part and able to share the journey as Mama Iva, as Auntie Iva, as one who will be there for you. But most importantly, I am just blessed to understand that you are acting in and walking in your special call. And it is a call for which the world needs. And so as younger people see you dare to listen to that inner voice and do the work, as Katie Cannon says, that your soul requires you to do so that you can be whole, so that you can be fulfilled. That is so much of what you are showing all of us. And I am just so very proud of you because it has taken courage, it has taken strength, it has taken faithfulness, it has taken the capacity to be alone with you and your God and say, can I really do this? Do you really want me to do this? Are there really going to be resources to do this? Do I have the strength to do this? Do I have the capacity to leave the security of a shore where I know where stuff is and move out into the unknown? And you have done this, my dear. And you have done it with grace. And you have done it with an example for those behind you to follow.
It is never too late. My first performance was at 8 years old. I was in the play The Wizard of Oz, and I was a fairy godmother that came in to sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow in all three casts. So after that, I was just singing all the time, also in church. I joined the jazz band in high school, and I was the soloist for the band. And then also in college, I joined the jazz band as the soloist at Jackson State University. But I didn't really make the decision to sing professionally and have my first show. I think I turned 50 when I had my first show, and I probably made the decision a year before that. And now I'm 62 and I am living in Paris and I'm recording my 5th album, and I have a gig coming up in Hamburg, Germany. It'll be my first gig in Europe. I have 2 bands and I am living my dream. I feel like a lot of times people think it's too late, or they're running out of time. So if I can be starting to have a dream at 8 years old and then not seriously pursue it till I was like 49, I feel like it's never too late. It's never too late to follow your dreams. It's never too late to pursue your passions. You haven't made too many mistakes. I feel the universe will support you in whatever you say you want to do. You can always make a decision to start saving. You can always make a decision to do something differently. Once you make a decision, then things go differently. It's all based on when you make a decision and you follow that decision. And if it doesn't go the way you thought, oh well, then you can make another decision. You know, so as long as you're on this side and you're breathing, it's not too late.
The mere idea of you, the longing here for you, you'll never know how slow the moments go till I'm near to you. I'll see your face in every flower, your eyes and stars.
I think if someone comes across this video, I'd like them to listen to my music, and hopefully you'll enjoy what you hear. Or maybe look at this journey and be entertained by it or inspired by it. And more than anything else, whatever that passion thing is that you have, whatever that thing is that you love to do, no matter how outlandish or non-achievable you might think it is, do it anyway, and know that as you pursue it, God will make room for you and make room for that gift that you want to pursue. Also know that it's never too late. It's never too late. You didn't get your last chance. It's always another chance. Whatever didn't work out the way you thought, it actually worked out the way that it was supposed to work out, and you had an opportunity to learn from that and then get on to the next thing till you get to that thing that is your real passion that you can tap in on and do. And that's the thing that's going to bring you joy and peace. And I hope that you will hear that in my music too. And I hope that you'll stay with me on the journey.